What is going on, my fellow outlaws? Outlaw Gary here, and today we are talking about Red Dead Redemption 2 versus Grand Theft Auto 5, a game I'm super passionate about and a game I've been playing since 2013 when it dropped on Xbox 360 and PS3. Of course, if you are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers, dudes. We are growing so fast. You guys have been loving the videos, and over 90% of you watching right now are not subscribed. Hit that subscribe button, do me that favor, and let's waste no more time. Let's get into this video. So as many of you guys know, I've been playing GTA 5 for a long time. I'm super knowledgeable in Red Dead Redemption 2 with all the most recent leaks and the information provided to us by Rockstar. I'm excited to go ahead and talk about my favorite things that's come with Red Dead Redemption 2 and how they match up against GTA 5. So in today's video, we're going to be putting them to the test. We're putting them against each other. They're like brothers from another mother, but the same father, which is Rockstar. They sort of have the same mother. It's a little bit complicated, okay? So what we're gonna go ahead and do is see what Red Dead Redemption 2 has that GTA 5 may also have, but what Red Dead Redemption 2 is gonna be doing better, and why I think Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be better than Grand Theft Auto 5. So right off the jump, let's talk about the campaign, the story mode. Of course, in this video, there'll be no spoilers, so if you're concerned, don't be. I got your back. I'm not trying to ruin your gameplay experience here, all right? Grand Theft Auto 5 had one of the best campaign games of its time. 2013, GTA 5 story mode dropped and everyone was blown away. It had so much replayability. There was so many different emotions and characters you could really fall in love with. From Trevor to Franklin to Michael, each one had its own storyline. But with each storyline, there was its problems. In Red Dead Redemption 2, we have Arthur Morgan, and rumors that we may have other characters we can play with and play through as the story develops. But what's great about Red Dead Redemption 2 is that the story isn't subjective to an individual in itself, but also other characters. What do I mean by this? In Red Dead Redemption 2, something Grand Theft Auto 5 does not have, it's the interactions with NPCs. Walking around Grand Theft Auto 5 sometimes can seem very lonely. If you're in free roam, you're literally in a city full of zombies. Where in Red Dead Redemption 2, you can bump into somebody and create a dialogue and have a conversation with that person. Where in Grand Theft Auto 5, if I run into somebody, well, they're either gonna try to fight me or run away. There's not many options there. So even though the story itself, the main story, is super in-depth, the free roam alone in Grand Theft Auto 5, comparative to Red Dead Redemption 2, is pretty dead. Now don't get me wrong, I loved Grand Theft Auto 5 story from the start to the end and all the different options in between on which ways you could go, and especially when you can decide who you wanted to kill or save, it's great. GTA 5, they did it right. But of course, flash forward to 2018, dudes, it's been a long time since GTA 5 released. Rockstar had a lot of time to go ahead and perfect and improve what they created in 2013 to go ahead and make Red Dead Redemption 2, and that's one of the reasons why I think this game is gonna be so much better. Rockstar, they're not a bunch of donkeys over there. A lot of those people that work at Rockstar, hello my friends, are very smart, like really smart dudes and dudettes that just, they know what they're doing and they have data, and they're like, hey, this is what did really well with GTA 5. Let's take some of the stuff that did well in GTA 5, put it into Red Dead Redemption 2 story and improve on it and make it better where the core audience of Red Dead content can love what we've done and bring over some GTA community over to Red Dead Redemption 2. It's genius. It should work. So that's my number one reason. Number two, now this one's gonna sound a little bit weird because I know Grand Theft Auto 5 has this, but Red Dead Redemption 2 has gone ahead and really hit the ball out of the park. Wildlife. Now, if you guys don't know, in GTA 5, we do have wildlife. We have mountain lions, we have birds, we have dolphins, whales, massive sperm whales, sharks, and so much more. But the issue with these wildlife animals is that they don't interact with you on the level that Red Dead Redemption 2 wildlife does. Of course, Red Dead Redemption 2 also has 200 species, where in Grand Theft Auto 5, how many species of animals do you think there are? Let me tell you. Quickly looks up how many species of animals are in GTA 5. There's only 29. 29 animals in Grand Theft Auto 5. So, of course, the wildlife in GTA 5 is pretty limited. We don't have as many species or animals at all. But what about hunting? Grand Theft Auto 5 has hunting, right? Well, it's pretty limited. In no way, shape, or form do you actually get paid for hunting in Grand Theft Auto 5 to the level you do in Red Dead Redemption 2. Yes, there is hunting in Grand Theft Auto 5, and it is pretty, well, it's pretty lame, actually. There's not much you can do. You can literally just kill the animal, and then I think you take a picture, and then you get a little bit of money, but that's it. You don't like physically take the animal in your car, take him down to the butcher, and be like, hey, Joe, what's up? I got this mountain lion. Can you give me some money? No, it's nothing like that at all. So I think what I can easily say is that in terms of wildlife hunting and the mechanics behind hunting and the wildlife in Grand Theft Auto 5, it's very limited comparative to the Red Dead Redemption 2 side. There's just not a lot going on in between GTA 5 and Red Dead, but I guess that's what makes Red Dead so great, is that GTA 5 was like the test. Like, hey, people like this? And I guess in GTA 5, people really enjoyed hunting. Same as in Red Dead Redemption 1, which people really used the hunting to make money as a really good way to bring in revenue to pay for different things in games. So they took all that knowledge and placed into Red Dead Redemption 2, and now I'm here making a number 2 point about animals. That's how good it is. So weird. Not only that, but animals are also responsive to you as a character. In GTA 5, if you run up to a mountain lion, it's just like, oh shoot, I gotta kill you, and it eats you. But in Red Dead Redemption 2, it goes much deeper than that. They'll actually go ahead and smell you from a distance, because if you're downwind, the animals can smell you. On top of that, they actually will take their time to go ahead and make sure they take you out. It's not like just like an instant attack. It's like an alligator would do what it needs to do to go ahead and creep up to you, then take you out, or a bear will go ahead and slowly creep up or charge you. Many different mechanics behind all the animals in the game. Number 3 is coming in a pretty solid point, a point I'm actually really excited to talk about, and that is weapons. Now, as you guys know, weapons are a huge thing in Grand Theft Auto 5, and I just made a video about weapons on this channel for Red Dead Redemption 2, to the point where we saw video footage of weapons and saw different weapon names to what's to come. Now, Grand Theft Auto 5 has a pretty extensive weapon catalog, some of them being really extreme and some of them being like pretty normal, as well as they have a pretty extensive difference in attachments each weapon can have. But a lot of the attachments in GTA 5 really serve no purpose and have no actual benefit to how your gun outputs damage. Even though the statistic says it does, realistically, as long as your bullets are flowing, you're gonna be outputting about the same damage at the end of the day. In Red Dead Redemption 2, it goes a little bit further. You can customize everything on a weapon. And when I mean everything, I mean pretty much everything. Performance upgrades like new barrels, grips, sights, scopes, and you can design an entirely unique weapon that looks and handles exactly the way you want it to. Every weapon's performance varies in terms of damage, range, fire rate, accuracy, and reload speed, so it's important to pick wisely depending on the situation. Now, don't get me wrong, Grand Theft Auto 5 has this as well. If you walk yourself over the ammunition, you will find these types of upgrades available too, but they're not at this extreme level. Yes, you can attach grips, different scopes, but the way that the scopes handled, example, if you throw a new scope on an assault rifle, it's not a huge difference. You don't feel the difference. You see the visual difference on the little sliders for how much damage things will change, but you don't feel that change. Where in Red Dead Redemption 2, it's looking like you can feel these changes for how your character performs in different firefights and situations, which makes this a huge thing. Of course, in the gameplay being shown, I'm using single player and some multiplayer to go ahead and paint this picture for you guys on how this game is going to be so much better than GTA 5. Coming in at number 5, we have the last point. We have a point that I'm passionate about and something I'm super excited about that is actually in the game. In the first point, we talked about NPCs. In the last point, I want to go back and touch on NPCs, but in a different way. And the way I want to speak about it is in the way of morality and how your character reacts to its general surroundings, and every action you take makes a difference to the general outcome of the livelihood of your character. Red Dead Redemption 2 is gonna be a game based on how you perform as an outlaw, bandit, or just a normal dude living his life. Every decision you make will have an outcome. Whether it's good or bad, it will affect somehow your playthrough. This is something Grand Theft Auto 5 never really had. You could go out in the middle of the street and mow down 50 people, and then like the city be like, just another day. But in Red Dead Redemption 2, it's a little different. If you go out and you shoot 15 people, oh man, you're in a heap of trouble. And these NPCs that witnessed you shoot people will remember. And they'll remember forever. The thing is, this adds a whole new layer of holy geez, I gotta be careful with every step I take. You're not necessarily walking on eggshells, but you gotta be cautious of how you treat others. Similar to how you go about things in real life. You don't just wanna go up to somebody and just push them and say, hey, you suck. It might cause you some problems. In Grand Theft Auto 5, you can literally go up to somebody, shank somebody in front of somebody else, and that person is gonna go to work tomorrow and be like, another day in Los Santos. But in Red Dead Redemption 2, it's not like that at all. And that's something I'm super excited about. It changes the way you take certain scenarios and play the game. Because at that point, are you really playing a game or are you living a second life? Morality is going to be a huge thing in Red Dead Redemption 2 and in Red Dead Online. The way you actually conduct yourself and carry yourself in Red Dead Online is also going to be a huge factor to your success in the game. And that's something I'm super excited about. If you guys don't know, my Grand Theft Auto 5 channel lived for a year just off GTA 5 roleplay. And it was like a second life in game for a character I created called Garrett Jobless. This character went ahead and was a known criminal, a part of a criminal organization called the Chain Gang. And it was some of the most fun I've ever had playing Grand Theft Auto 5. Upon learning about Red Dead Online and how it's gonna have a very roleplay and morality-centric playing experience is huge. It's not gonna be your lobbies in Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, from what we hear, that you jump in and everyone's just shooting each other and there's like explosions and freaking helicopters and guided missiles and nuclear strikes. Dudes, there's like any crazy thing you can think of in Grand Theft Auto 5, it has it. Red Dead Redemption 2 is to be a much slower paced game that's much more serious, but that's why some YouTubers are saying Red Dead Redemption 2 is not going to be as big of a success as many of us hope. As you guys know, goofy and wacky games are always the best performing videos and content on YouTube. So Red Dead Redemption 2 may not have that wacky, goofy aspect to it like Grand Theft Auto 5 Online has, but I believe we are given a canvas, which is Red Dead Redemption 2, and you can do anything you want in it with friends. And that's something I'm super excited about and to share with you guys. So I'm excited to go on this journey with Red Dead Redemption 2. We are so close, dudes. We've been waiting years for this game, and it's just around the corner. Of course, if you guys enjoy the video, make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe if you're new around here. Let's roll the intro. I love you, dudes. Later.